Welcome, everybody. Welcome, all you brave hearts. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Jeffrey Kipple, and I am hosting the show today. And I am really fortunate to have a co-host today, Alicia Clyde.
Yeah, my name's Alicia.
Awesome. And Alicia is a master trainer, and she's also a former Olympian and an athlete, in the extreme sports. And we'll probably touch on that a little bit during the show. But it makes it really balanced today. We've got two of us on.
I hope I can give you some insight as to, how valuable these courses are.
Yeah, well, that would be awesome, and to share with everybody. So, for everyone who's tuning in, this is the Q&A show that we talk about the treatments, the certifications, the courses that are coming up, and there are courses everywhere. Why am I here today? And Alicia? Well, Alicia, you might be here either way, but I'm here because Dr. Daryl Wolf, he is on the road with the rest of the team, because there are certifications taking place all across the country. In fact, just about an hour before we got started today, 2 more locations were added. So you're gonna have to stay tuned to find out where those are. And they are amazing, amazing locations. So again, this show is about just giving you some information about what is happening, where the courses are, where you can tap into it, where you can get involved, and you can also get yourself to become a new world practitioner, just like Alicia did. I had the privilege of being in some of the courses together with her, and it was truly a life-changing journey, wouldn't you say?
It really was a life-changing journey. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into your life, and I think taking the step to just try something maybe completely different. Maybe you're not a health professional, you're just a mom, and you just want to try something different, absolutely life-changing.
Yeah, what happens oftentimes is people go through their life and they think that the tools, the things that they have around them, the things that they use are what makes them who they are. And it really isn't that. I mean, it is to a certain degree, but what are you if you strip away those things? It's the things that you have inside. It's the things that you
Getting information, I mean, we're bombarded with information every single day, and to actually get some information that is useful, that you can use with your family, that you can use for yourself, like you said, life-changing, really.
Yeah. So let me give you a little bit of insight. First of all, hi everyone who is joining in. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Telegram, Rumble, a whole bunch of different platforms, and that's actually being extended. If you haven't yet, Dr. Daryl Wolf just started to get engaged on Instagram and on TikTok, so we are everywhere. But everyone who is tuning in, I see hello from Australia. Thanks, Pamela, for joining in. I know that there is interest for some courses and certifications to take place down in Australia, and we'll get into that a little bit later in the show, which would be awesome. And thanks to everyone who's joined in today. So a little bit about some of this. New World Practitioner. What is that? Well, there's made up of 2 different course components. One is the Whole Life Coach, which is a 9-day intensive, and I would call it an intensive program, wouldn't you?
If you look at the course, you think, 9 days, that's nothing. You're going to make it through in no time, but seriously intensive. There's every single day, it's a different day, and no course is the same. And every time you show up, you don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be life-changing.
It sure is. My background has been in the wellness and the fitness world, as yours. Mm-hmm. And taking the course really opened things up to me from a completely different perspective. And I had the opportunity, I did it together with my wife, my partner, Mindy, and we went through the course, and having spent so many years in the fitness and wellness space, thinking that we knew what we knew, right?
Exactly. I came into the same thing. I'm thinking, what can I learn from this? I already know what I know. Yeah. I'm worldly. Oh man, no. Coming into this, opened my eyes to things I never even considered. Never things that I didn't think. Things I thought I had a handle on, and all of a sudden, you're like, wow, the light bulbs go on, and it's you walk in that tent and wow.
Yeah, it's being able to go in with the attitude of I don't know what I don't know, being able to absorb the information and take it in, And what I learned, what was really stood out for me, is just that notion of what if you're operating, this human being, out being a human doing. With only 60% of the information. What if you didn't know that other 40% even existed? Well, that's what this intensive really brings you into. It's the discovery of the insight, the information, and the inspiration that you get from just being around the group of people who are there.
And I think when you come into a course like this, you have to come in with a very open mind. And you have to come in knowing that you don't know what you don't know. And if you come in closed and I know everything, well, first of all, you're not going to gain anything from it. I mean, you may gain something, but you're not going to blossom like you could. So to come in with an open mind, understand you don't know what you don't know, and just be open to change.
Absolutely. So that's the first part, the whole life coach, which is 9 days. It's an intensive. It's coming in and being able to crack through that coconut, to get through. And Daryl is phenomenal at being able to zero in and being able to help you break past the things that you don't even realize are holding you back. We are where we are because of the programming. Really, if you really drill down to it, what we were taught or programmed from 0 to 7 is really dictating who you are today. And if you take a look at your life right now and you realize, well, this is where I'm at, and if you're not 100% happy with that, well, there's something in the programming that needs to be changed. It needs to be upgraded. And that's what this program is all about. That's what this certification course is.
I love that you said it cracks the coconut. And of all the places to be talking about cracking the coconut, it's here in Ixtapa, Mexico, right? And what better place to crack the coconut?
Yeah, it is true. We are, for all of you who are tuning in, we are down here in Ixtapa, Mexico. This is the world headquarters of the World Healing and Training, and it is amazing. Beautiful weather. It happens to be thundering right now. Normally don't hear that during the daytime, so I could hear it here in the studio. We are sitting here in the studio and coming live to you. So that is the whole life coach, that first part. And then it carries on into the Wolf Non-Surgical. And that is just an incredible certification, because the things that you will learn, most people think that the things that are showing up in their body are just physical symptoms that just happened. Well, the invisible creates the physical. What's happening on the emotional level is showing up in the body in so many different ways, and it may not be from day one that something shows up. It can be years and decades of calcification and crystallization and scar tissue that needs to be dealt with. And if it's just left alone, that combined with the emotional aspect of it creates issues in the tissues. Well, the Wolf Non-Surgical teaches how to actually be able to lovingly break that down and be able to help you heal yourself in a way that you probably would have never expected before.
And like you said, Jeff, it does, the physical or the invisible will create the physical. But a lot of people don't recognize that. People seem to think that if they work out hard at the gym, or they hurt themselves when they were 20 and they still have this injury, people only focus on that physical part of it. And there's so much more. And again, that brings us right back to the whole life, where you're cracking the coconut and you're able to understand that there is more to your physical body than just spraining your ankle, hurting your knee, that type of a thing.
Absolutely. The way, to go through this and be able to understand the emotional aspect first, the nutritional aspect, and then bring it to the physical is incredible. And it's a journey that every time that you take that course, and to become a master practitioner as you have, you've got to take that 3 times. And every time you take that, it's a completely different learning experience, isn't it?
It truly is. As I said, when you walk in that tent, the first time you just look around and, well, look at all these people and they're dancing and they're having a good time. And my first experience with the course was I walked in, I didn't know what I didn't know. And as I sat there listening, I thought to myself, well, I thought I know. Well, okay, I think I know this. I thought I know this. And then the second time I said, okay, I have no idea. It was so intense that I absorbed it all. And the third time I took it, I just couldn't even wait for the third one. And I took notes and I listened and I took notes. And, each time you take a course, it's like a flower. The first time you go in, you're just a little bud. And then the next time you come in, and by the time the third course comes around, it's truly, it's an experience that I recommend.
Well, you know what? You're a different person. When you learn something new, you become a different person. You study and you take the certification and you come through it. You're not the same person as you were at the beginning of that first day. And then if you take it a second time, wow, it's like you're going to a whole new level. But let me share with you, where we're going to be. I see more people have hopped on door who said hi from Innisfil. If I'm sure you knew that Daryl was out in Barrie this past weekend, perhaps you were at that seminar. If you did, let us know what you thought about it. Thanks for everyone who is joining in and asking questions from all the different platforms we're on. So I'm going to share a little bit about where we're going to be, what is happening, and then we'll open up for questions after we've gone through that. So where are we first? Well, I've got this new clicker, and this allows me to change the slides. So anyone who's watched some of these and has seen me ask for the slides to be changed, we're hoping that this clicker is going to work. We're going to test it out right now, the first one. Yes. So the event that's coming up on August 18th, so just right around the corner in St. Lazare, Quebec, is a personal certification and training. There's only one spot left. This is a very, very intimate event. Dr. Sage Wolf is going to be there and is going to be teaching the Wolf Non-Surgical. So if you or someone that you know is interested in coming out, call 855-900-4544 extension 5, and you can find out more information. You can get yourself registered for the event. There's only a few days left, and there's one spot left on that.
And Sage is amazing. Sage is, when you're in a class with Sage, he is so clear and so concise and so patient that watching him work and then trying to transfer what you've watched into some actual physical work. And he walks around and he helps you, and it's the instruction that you receive from Sage is world class.
Yeah, it definitely is. So that is coming right up in St. Lazare. And Dor, yeah, I see you were at the lecture. It was informative. Awesome. Glad that you enjoyed it. So where is Dr. Daryl Wolf going to be? Well, on August 21st and August 22nd, he will be in McKinney, Texas, which is just outside of Dallas. And he's going to be doing 2 seminars that are free for anyone to attend. The first one on August 21st is from 1:30 to 4 p.m. And that's like in your realm of the world, right? On the athlete side.
Athletes of all ages, reverse the irreversible.
Stay off the bench.
Absolutely.
That's so key. For athletes, one of the biggest aspects of staying within their career is staying injury-free. And staying injury-free means understanding how to heal the things that may need that attention right away in that moment. Being able to deal with it right away allows you to have the longevity in the sport.
100%. 100%. So through my whole career, I had physios, I had nutritionists, I had, you name it. They were there to help me throughout my whole career. And had I known the information that I've learned over the last 3 months, I honestly think I probably could have been a better athlete. I could have, I could have maybe not avoided the injuries necessarily, but I could have come back quicker when I had a strained knee, or even the nutrition, and the nutraceuticals. Had I known, how to food combine, how to do, just how to look after my machine, I'm sure that, I could have been even a better athlete.
Yeah. Well, imagine, anyone who's thinking of becoming a new world practitioner, being able to travel with the athletes, travel with the team, how that would enhance your overall sport, your performance overall.
And being an opportunity to give back into perhaps your sport. So if you are, a coach or a mom or or an athlete that is retired or just done with the sport and wants to give back. What a great opportunity to actually learn something where you can share and give these athletes a whole new insight into health.
Absolutely. So following that on Monday the 22nd from 5 to 8 p.m. at Say No More, No More Drugs, Surgery, Implants, Canes, Walkers, or Wheelchairs. That will be another 3-hour seminar. So if you want to find out more details, you can actually reach out on WhatsApp, 250-801-5893 or 855-900-4544 extension 5. After those 2 seminars, there is the new World Practitioner training starting in McKinney, Texas. Again, that's just outside of Dallas. So if that is you, if you are in that area or you know someone, let them know about it. It starts on August 25th and goes to September 15th. And that, again, it's broken down into 2 parts. The whole life coach starts on the 25th and goes to September the 2nd, with the Wolf non-surgical September 4th to September 15th. So this will be the last time of this year where this will be taking place in that neck of the woods, in that part of the country. So if you're in that area, jump on. There are still spots available for that certification. Right from McKinney, Texas, we've already seen that one. Getting used to this clicker. The team will be right back here in Ixtapa, Mexico. And the New World Practitioner starts on September 10th till October 2nd. Again, broken into 2 parts. Whole Life Coach runs from the 10th to September 18th, and the Wolf Non-Surgical from the 21st until October 2nd. So again, if you want to register for that, you can check out the number on the screen, which is 855-900-4544 extension 5, or on WhatsApp anywhere in the world, 250-801-5893, and there are still spaces available. Highly recommend this. This is where we took the course, and it was just phenomenal. When Alicia keeps talking about in the tent, that's the tent that she's referring to.
One of the things that I was just thinking of as you were expressing, telling us about the course here in Ixtapa, for a lot of people and a lot of Canadians, flying directly into Ixtapa is going to be one of the easiest ways for them to attend the course. And what a great time to do it.
Yeah, certainly. The weather is beautiful, and it's just such an incredible experience, especially down here. If you can't come here, we're going to you all over the place.
And it's my birthday on September 10th, so come. Come on down. We'll have a celebration in the tent.
What's actually really, really exciting is that on September the 10th, Dr. Daryl Wolf is going to be doing a 3-hour masterclass called Rethink Life. That's finding your freedom in your world today. That is going to start in the afternoon. Don't know the exact time yet. That's being shifted around a little bit. And in addition to that, anyone who registers for that 3-hour masterclass will have the opportunity to have a VIP access to day 1 of the Whole Life Coach, which gives you an insight and an ability to be able to see things really as they're unfolding. So if you want to find out any more information, go to the DOCA Detox store and click on Body Care. It's listed under there, and you'll be able to register for that with the click of a button. So, anyone who is in Canada, the last event of this year, and I see some people who are saying hello from Alberta. Well, this is worth the fly into. There are still spots available in Barrie before the course starts. There are 2 more lectures, same like Dr. Daryl Wolf is doing in McKinney, Texas. There's a lecture on Thursday, September 22nd from 5:30 to 8:30. That's Heal Yourself, the truth about you and the flu. And then there is a second one taking place on Sunday, October 2nd. Again, no more drugs, surgery, implants, canes, walkers, or wheelchairs. Say no more. You can register for both of those. You can call the number on the screen. You could actually call Shalou directly, who's helping to host the event. You can reach her at 705-828-2257. But what is actually happening in Barrie? Well, the first course is completely sold out. That's on September 24th. It's sold out, in a matter of days of it going up. So a second one was added back to back. So the team is there for a long period. That is taking place October 5th to October 27th. Whole Life Coach starts on October 5th to the 13th. And then it goes right into the Wolf Non-Surgical on October 16th to the 27th. So if you're in that area, or anywhere within Canada, easy, fly right into Toronto and drive over to Barrie. It's only about an hour away from the airport downtown Toronto to get there. And if you know anybody, let them know all about it.
I also feel that, like the Barrie lecture that's happening on September 22nd, to actually be in attendance with Daryl live. He's on the videos, you see him all the time doing his lives, and they're inspirational and they're informative, and there's a lot to it. However, actually being in front of him is a whole different type of experience. So I really encourage anybody, if they can actually get to Barrie, if it's not that far, go for that lecture, spend that afternoon, and be in front of Daryl, Dr. Wolf, because he's live is a completely different adventure.
It certainly is, and it provides an opportunity to really get up close and personal, ask your questions, be able to get engaged in a completely different way. Being able to be in the room, to be among the other people who are there, to feel the energy that's in the room, really helps your journey of transformation and knowledge seeking, on a level that's unreal.
The energy when you're actually with Daryl, with Dr. Wolf. He's a good friend. The energy that you feel in that room and with all the people. So as I had mentioned earlier, like here in Ixtapa, when you actually get into the tent and you walk into the tent, the energy it's overwhelming. It was actually overwhelming for me a couple times, just because you can feel people are open, people are interested, and Dr. Wolf he stirs it up, and to be in the presence with him in a room, I highly, highly recommend it.
Yeah, if we break it down again, we are who we are because of the programming we've had throughout our life, the programming that we've had, from 0 to 7, the influences we have all around it. What if you could change that? What if you truly can be in a position where you can love yourself, where you can feel happy, where that's your prime directive? When people ask you how you're doing, you say, amazing, great. That's what these certifications are all about. And they're also to help you empower those that you love, those that you care about, to be able to also follow that same pathway. And, if you're looking at, well, what is the type of profession I'd like to be in? What is the type of thing that I really like to do? Well, this is phenomenal. This is providing people with the information and the tools and the protocols for them to really fall in love with themselves, which for most people, it's something that they say, but they don't truly understand. And that understanding really comes when you put yourself into the environment to allow that to happen.
Isn't it? Falling in love with yourself. My goodness. What a... Well, back to you don't know what you don't know. And you think you've got it. You got this. I got this. And then to learn about, or to be exposed to all of the, or to be aware now of all of the programs that we have been exposed to, and you just believe and you think it's you and it's not you. And to actually fall in love with yourself gives me shivers.
One additional thing, I started to say at the beginning that I had the opportunity to come down here with my wife, my partner, Mindy, and we did the courses together. And doing it as a couple is really, really life-changing in so many ways, because now we know the tools, we know the little lingo and the sayings that we can share with each other. So if there's ever a time when either of us need a pick-me-up, or either of us are not in the frame of mind where we are in that state of self-love, it's an easy way of pulling ourselves back in. But what's really cool is knowing how to help each other if there's any injuries, if there's anything that we can help each other on body work that normally we would have done and gone to some other type of therapist. Now we can turn to each other. So it's incredible on that aspect of it, being able to now take our relationship to a new level and to have the knowledge on how to help each other in a completely different way.
As I was watching you two move through the courses that we were in together, I was a little bit envious, and I thought to myself, like, how fantastic for for this couple that I didn't know, because I didn't know either of you at that point, but how fantastic for this couple to be able to experience this together. And like you said, be able to have that lingo, be able to have that understanding that, and you see it with some of the folks around here. So some of the other master practitioners were working together. And we were discussing the other day that we now have the tools and have the insight to know that that is a program you're running, and we can call each other on it. That's what are you talking about? That doesn't exist. Take that away. All right, let's go back to loving you loving you, and you communicating in a way that is loving, in a way that now that you both have the lingo and you both have the understanding, you can come together and support each other. Yep. You know, which is huge, because people right now are so separated. And so to be able to take a course like this as a couple, and I have a little bit of envy.
Well, it really was a great experience, and most of the time, most people are in a state of stress. And stress really is a state that your body is only designed to be in for a few short moments. And being able to know how to get out of that state quickly is the key to being able to stay happy. So yeah, doing it as a couple gives us the benefit of continually building on our relationship and just holding each other accountable all the time.
And even perhaps as a couple, perhaps being able to say, maybe you should breathe, you know, and making a suggestion to your partner, to your friend, to whoever, to just recenter yourself, bring yourself back, check yourself. Okay, what program was I running to jump down that person's throat? Why was I feeling so anxious? And just, you know, to have your partner to say, hey, take a breath.
Absolutely. So that is in Barrie. So again, anyone in Canada, this is the location. Again, October 5th to October 27th, there are still spots available. So right from Barrie, the team is right back here in Ixtapa, Mexico. And I see Piera, who is in Toronto right now, is saying can't wait to see you in Mexico soon. So I'm so thrilled that you are coming down. The event, the certification New World Practitioner starts on October 24th, runs till November 15th, with the whole life coach part starting on the 24th and running till November 1st, and the Wolf Non-Surgical November 4th to November 15th. Again, call the number on the screen, 855-900-4544, extension 5, or on WhatsApp, 250-801-5893. And that will be the last course here in Ixtapa, Mexico for 2022. The dates are already being set up for 2023, but if you want to jump in and get certified this year, down here, that is the time for you to come down. And as of last week, this was the last date of the certification for this year. But as I was saying about an hour ago, 2 more locations were added, and that is in New York and in North Carolina. So in New York, it's going to be taking place at the Long Island Yacht Club. Sounds like it's going to be a beautiful location. Fancy. That is November 7th to November 28th. And then in North Carolina, in Burnsville, North Carolina, it's taking place at the Mount Mitchell Eco Retreat. And what Daryl was sharing earlier is this is one of the nicest eco retreats in the country. Organic food, to be picked up directly from the airport. The things that he was sharing sound incredible. You'll hear more information about that. It starts on November 21st till December 12th, and that is the last one of the year, unless something else changes and a new one gets added by next week. But getting so close to the middle of December, I think that will be the last one of the year. So 2 more dates to consider, November 7th to 28th in New York, and then at the other end of the country, November 21st to December 12th in North Carolina. More information is available on braveheartnation.com. You'll probably have to wait until tomorrow for that to be updated, because the slide is just fresh. We just got it before we went on air. And already in 2023, there are dates being added in Florida, in Wisconsin, and, well, you'll have to wait and see. In fact, in the fall, an entire new platform is being launched. This is set to be the largest wellness health, fitness, and self-love platform in existence. This is going to have information, inspiration, insight, innovations, videos, articles, all kinds of opportunities designed for you. It's designed in such a way where the action steps that you take determine the type of experience you're going to have within the platform. And within this platform, there's an entire event area that we're calling the Events by Demand, and that's for certifications that are going to be listed all over the country. So if you want to have a certification in your area, a personal treatment and training or personal certification and training, or you know enough people that want to have the team come down to you, you'll be able to click a few buttons, get on a waiting list, and when that event opens up, you'll get all the details, all the information. I see other people are saying if everything goes right, you'll be there. I'm not sure which one that refers to, but glad that you're going to be coming down to one of them.
You know, one of the things that you just said was if you want the team to come up and train with you, it actually made me think, what if your team wants the team to come up and train them? So why not take your whole swim team and make a course for the whole team to be able to partake in? That way they can look after each other. Your baseball team, why, you know, the more people that are trained with this information, the more people are going to be helped. And the more people we help, the happier people are. And the happier the people are, the happier the world is.
Absolutely. In fact, that was a great point. The certification that's taking place in Florida is going to be at one of the largest gyms in the state. And that's where the personal trainers are going to be taught all the things that they need to learn to help their clients, you know, take their workout, take their transformation journey to a completely different level. So great point on that.
And absolutely, I mean, I'm a personal trainer as well. So to be able to think that this is another skill that I can put in my toolbox. So, I mean, as a personal trainer, you know, people think you're going to break them and that sort of a thing. And most of the time, well, I try not to. However, but what a nice tool to be able to, you know, work on somebody, get them to push themselves a little bit, and then be able to help them to recover quickly, to keep them off the bench, you know. And I mean, let your imagination run wild. Like I said, bring your swim team, bring your baseball team, bring your personal trainers in the gym and put together a course so then the team can come there and work with you, and then everybody will be trained.
Yeah. Imagine for anyone who does go to the gym or who owns a gym of having a tune-up room right there on site. You know, somebody tweaks themselves a little bit during a workout. It's not a matter of going home and going through weeks and weeks of recovery and going to all kinds of therapists when it could be dealt with right there on the spot. So great point on that. If you have a team, you know, we'll work with you to create a certification program that's going to benefit you and the people around you. So how can you connect more with the entire group? There are a number of Telegram groups. One specifically called NWP Empowerment. And what's really cool with this group that was just created, you know, a number of weeks ago, was to give the people who are taking the certifications, the personal treatments and trainings, the personal certifications and trainings, a place where they can connect, where they can engage, where they can potentially arrange travel in together, share rooms together, rent houses together, and just be able to enjoy the experience already knowing each other before they get there. So head on to Telegram for that. So what are some of the things that are coming up as a big recap? There are New World Practitioner certifications taking place in McKinney, Texas. That's coming up just around the corner, August 25th to September 2nd. There's still places for that. There is the Wolf Non-Surgical that's taking place in St. Lazare on August 18th to August 29th. After McKinney, Texas, which is just outside of Dallas, the team is back here in Ixtapa, Mexico from September 10th until October the 2nd. And then they're flying right back to Barrie, Ontario to run another whole life coach and Wolf Non-Surgical. That starts on October 5th and ends on October 27th. There is one just before that, which is completely sold out. So if you're still thinking about going out to Barrie, call today so that you make sure that you've got your spot, 855-900-4544, extension 5. And then it will wrap up again here in Ixtapa, Mexico starting on October 24th until November 15th. And then, as I shared with you 2 slides ago, we will be in North Carolina and in New York. So there's lots of opportunity. And for those of you thinking about 2023, all the dates haven't been listed yet. As we said, we're adding Florida, we're adding Wisconsin, and the Whole Life Coach and Wolf Non-Surgical will be taking place right here in Ixtapa, Mexico, starting on January 16th, winding up on February the 7th. So it's a really, really full schedule.
Yeah. One of the things that I feel like I can share regarding taking a course, going to Mexico, that type of a thing. So I had looked at this course sometime in January, and I was like, oh, Ixtapa, I'll never go there. I'll never go to Mexico. And I'm going to go to Kelowna because it's near my home, because I'm from British Columbia. And I'm going to Kelowna. It's in June. I'm definitely going to do it. June came and went. And I thought, well, I'm never going to Mexico. Why, with lockdowns and flights and all sorts of difficult things that you had to try and maneuver to get around. And the next thing I knew, I'm in Mexico. So if all things go right, one of the comments is, if all things go right, if this is something that you truly feel is going to make a difference in your world, or you just want to go to Mexico. But it's something that I really wanted to do, and something that I didn't think it was possible. And then I thought, well, why not? That was really my question to myself. Why not?
Yeah. When people say, well, if things go right, well, you have the opportunity to make things go right. It's how are you thinking? How are you looking at the ability to manifest? If you put your mind to what you want, you put your mind to your heart, and you put your heart to your dreams, as Mindy likes to say, you can manifest what you need to be able to do the things that you want to do. It's when people say, I'll try, or if all the cards turn out right,
I hope I get to go.
I hope, hope is not the right way. Faith is the right way. Faith in being able to say, you know what, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get there. Same thing happened for Mindy and I. We didn't plan to come down here. We knew what we wanted to do. We just didn't know how it was all going to happen, but we knew we wanted to do this. And it was putting our mind to it and allowing it to flow through, to not get in the way.
Exactly, just to flow, just put the intention. This is what I want to do, no matter what it is. No matter what it is, but making that intention of, this is what I'd like to do, and then taking one step, and then the next step will uncover, and then just trusting that the next step is going to be there. Because it's always going to be there. And that step might take you in a completely different direction, but fantastic.
Yeah. It's, knowing what you want to do, and don't focus on the how.
No.
The how will show itself up. Now, yes, you have to make plans. You have to do certain things. It's not completely just let it all go. But too many people focus on just the how and focus on those words, I'll try and I hope. And if you frame things differently, you'll have a different experience. So we've been talking about the personal treatments and trainings. What is that? Well, that's when we go to you. And there's a number of different programs that have already been set up. There's the Braveheart Family. There's the couples training, and that's both emotional, nutritional, and of course body work. There's the Perfect Pain-Free Pregnancy. There's the Athletic Deep Tissue Bodywork Training, which I'm sure when you were an athlete, if you knew that, you'd have a different insight as to what you can do in the sport.
Absolutely.
There's the Wolf Non-Surgical, of course, and there's the whole body joint restoration. So if you're interested in any of those, make sure to check in with us. You can actually go to the website personaltreatmentandtraining.com, and we'll take you to the page where it has all this listed. All these have different segments. There's different number of hours in each different course, and all the courses come with an amazing manual, 400 pages of, this is the Wolf Non-Surgical Manual, and I gotta say, it is detailed. It has everything that you need to know to look after all the different areas of your body. You get the Perfect Day Lifestyle Manual, which again, is life-changing. If you take in the information, right, that's key. And you know, one of the things that I thought I would share also is if you're looking at doing any of the certifications, if you're looking at any treatments, any of the trainings, what is a great starting point is to take a perfect day consultation, right?
Absolutely.
That is your
And before
Yep.
you're going to come to the course. So if you think you're doing the course, do your perfect day. So then you know exactly what to expect. You can prepare your body because it's physical. The non-surgical classes are extremely physical. So if you've come into this, you've already, you know that you're not supposed to be eating all those terrible dairies and all that other ice cream and that stuff you shouldn't be eating. Then you can come into this course. You're doing your squats. You're doing your crab stretch. You're preparing your body. You're going to have so much more energy when you're actually in the course because it's an extremely physical course. And the other thing that I have to actually add into that is the benefit to, first of all, getting the perfect day lifestyle and changing your lifestyle, and that your body will change. Then you come down and you get worked on. So your body, you've already detoxed, and now you get to have people, you get 60 hours, you get 30 hours of actual treatment time in the course.
Absolutely.
On your body.
Yep.
And the changes that we see from people, from even the beginning of one course till the end of one course, is phenomenal.
Absolutely.
And they must feel great. I did.
And the benefit of the perfect day consultation is it gets you at where you are today on a physical and an emotional level. You have a coach, you have an accountability partner with lifetime support that can guide you on the steps that you need to take, the protocols that are going to help you make every day a perfect day. That's why it's so important to be able to take it. So if you want more information about that, go to docofdetox.com. At the top of the screen, you'll see a spot where you can click consultations, and it will get you all the information. So back to the certifications and personal training in your home or your office or your gym or your club. Worldwide, we will come to you. Well, not me, but you might, and now that you're a master practitioner too. But Dr. Sage Wolf and Jason Varga, they're traveling, and the team will come to you. When is Jason available? Actually, Dr. Sage Wolf will be available in 2023 on these dates: March 18th to the 29th, April 1st to the 12th, April 15th to the 26th, and April 26th to May 10th. These are the dates that have been set aside right now before any new certifications are added to the schedule. So if those dates are dates that work for you, and you want the team to come directly to you, like Alicia was saying, if your team wants to know how to get the edge, to perform better. It's not all just the physical training that you're doing in the gym or doing
It's recovery.
with your sports, right? It's recovery.
Recovery is huge.
And it's mindset.
Mindset, injury prevention.
Yeah, all those things.
And less pain. So if you have, you just have a knee injury, or you have, even in your abdomen, and things aren't moving smooth like they're supposed to, first of all, you get your perfect day consult, and then you're able to get these treatments, and you'll have less pain because you've had the treatments, and you have less pain because you have somebody who can help you.
Yeah, it's also what you're putting in your body, from the food you eat, what you drink. Are you drinking structured water? What are you drinking? Are you drinking enough water in the day? What food are you eating? And what high vibrational nutraceuticals are you putting in your body? What is helping you supplement? After you take everything in, from the food you eat, the water you drink, the thoughts you have, all that's left is the vibration.
That's one of my favorite comments that I learned just about food. I never really came into eating thinking, is it alive? And the only thing that's left after you eat, whatever you've chosen to eat, is the vibration. And so if you're eating a dead piece of pasta, then you've got a dead piece of pasta vibration. But if you have a vibrant, like fresh food is vibrant, fruits have the highest vibration. And if you're consuming that, that's what's left inside of you, high vibration, and then you can vibe high.
Absolutely. And just going back to the athlete side of it, to be able to have the knowledge and insight to get the edge, how to think right, how to eat right, how to combine your food properly. You know, having been in the fitness world for so many years without the knowledge of proper food combination.
And like you just said, how to think right. And if you are combining your food poorly, and if you are not looking after yourself in that best possible way, you don't think right.
No.
You can't stay awake past 3 o'clock because you got to have a little nap because you've had your hamburger and your whatever you've eaten, you know. And so, yeah, to think right and to be able to focus in on whether you're an athlete or whether you've got a business meeting or, you know, you just want to stay awake for it. That's all you want to do.
Yeah, you know,
right?
it's the ability to perform at your best every day.
Absolutely.
You know, like I said before, to make every day a perfect day. Well, you've got to make changes. You've got to be cognizant of the thoughts you're having, of the way you're interacting, of the things you're putting into your body, and it's going to move you to a higher level and give you, you know, a further edge. You know, since we're talking about food, I saw someone post a question of what's a great way to have the black gold, and put it in your smoothies. You know, mix it in with your smoothies. That, you know, makes it a lot easier. You're saying about the consistency. Putting it into your smoothies will is a great way to be able to have it.
Absolutely. I also, I put it in my coffee. I have a French press coffee, and I put a little bit of the black gold and my coffee, let it sit, and let that black gold, all of the goodness, all of the minerals steep in my coffee, press it down in my cup with a little C60.
So that's perfect. Moving on, so again, we'll come to you worldwide. So you can, you know, almost customize and build your own course, no matter where you live. And that, you know, is very specific for those who have teams, those who have clubs, those who have, you know, communities around them that would like to learn this knowledge. What we require is a minimum of 8 people for the Wolf Non-Surgical and a minimum of 12 people for the whole life coach. And if you can help put that together, reach out to us. Again, you can call 855-900-4544 extension 5, or globally on WhatsApp at 250-801-5893. I see there's more people asking questions. We're going to scroll through and see what else is being asked there on the screen, because now it's time to open this up to all of you. That was all the information that we have to share. Again, if you want to find out about any of the courses, any of the certifications, or you have questions that you need to ask, 855-900-4544 extension 5, or on WhatsApp 250-801-5893. Truly life-changing experience, whether you're looking at this as to go on your own journey to take these intensives, if you're looking at this to start a whole new business and become a new world practitioner. Right now, you know, certainly people need the guidance, people need that support. Or if you already are a practitioner in some other modality and you want to learn that other 40% that maybe you didn't know or didn't even have an awareness that that existed, here's an opportunity for you to extend your knowledge and extend the ability for you to help your clients, your patients, and the people around you that you love in the best way possible.
One of the questions that I've had is, can my kids come? You know, can my kid take this course? Absolutely. I have a daughter who's 14, and she sat in on some of the non-surgical, and at the end, she watched some work going on, and then Dr. Wolf asked her, "So what do you think?" She said, "I want to learn this. I want to learn this," at 14 years old, and that's. I'm not exactly sure what the youngest practitioner is. I know Sage was certified when he was, Dr. Sage was certified when he was quite young. But 13, 14, 15, 16, imagine what a gift you could give your kid. I call him a kid because a child, you say 14, they're going to get mad at you, right? But this gift that you could give your kid to learn how to look after themselves, how to look after their friends, how to look after, you know, and even just the awareness. I know when I was a young teen, I was exposed to visualization. I was exposed to this type of, you know, health and that sort of thing. And it made such a big difference in my whole existence. It made me who I was. And so bring your kid down if they're interested, if they want to do this. They too can partake in this course and learn so much.
Yeah, you know, the information is designed, you know, so that an 8-year-old can actually comprehend it and be able to have that knowledge and be able to share that knowledge. So he's taken the complex and made it into very, very simplified ways of being able to share that information, which opens it up to a lot more people.
And honestly, shouldn't information be clear and easy to understand? Why does it have to be so difficult? Why does it have to be so confusing? It's simple, really. And the manuals, the information is so clear and it's so logical and it just makes so much sense. And we make it so complicated and we don't need to do that. So this is another, and taking a course like these, not just the non-surgical, the whole life course, it will change your thinking to go, it doesn't have to be so complicated. Right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Again, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Rumble, Telegram, a whole bunch of places. I see there's still people asking questions, people saying hello. I see some people on Zoom as well. Hello, hi Sandra. If anyone has any other questions that are related to the treatments, the trainings, the certifications, this is the spot. Dr. Daryl Wolf also does a Q&A call on Mondays, and that's strictly for health-related questions. So if you have questions like that, join in on those days so that you can hear a bit more. And this was really to give you some insight, some information, hopefully some inspiration as to what these trainings are all about, what the certifications are, how you can build your new practice. You can enter into a whole new profession and learn things in a completely different way than you may have been taught before.
Absolutely. I was just sitting thinking about, what is possible, and we went to the beach the other day and swam around and did a sand scrub and just enjoyed ourselves. And when it was over, I stood on the beach and I thought, anything is possible. Wow, anything is possible. And this is how I want to live my life, that anything and everything is possible. So I've always been positive, but now I'm excited.
You're positive squared.
Yeah.
The last thing I thought I would say before we get close to wrapping up is these are intensive courses. These are intensive certifications on the knowledge base and, sorry, I saw one question coming through, both on the knowledge base and what you're going to experience. So prepare yourself, take a perfect day consultation, understand what it is that you need to get yourself in the right state, both emotionally and physically. Learn the things on your nutrition side that you can start putting into play right away. I mean, the simple things on food combining, like I was saying before, will make a huge difference so that there's nothing rotting in your gut, that everything is flowing properly so that you can operate at the best way possible. I'm going to pull up and see on the chat on Zoom if there's any questions on there. I can't quite see it on the screen, so if there are on Zoom chat, I saw somebody posted something.
You were talking about food combining there, and as an athlete, everyone says, oh, you got to work out, you build your muscles and you burn all your glucose, and then you got to power up with some pasta. And so, I mean, in Italy, you might have to have a piece of pasta. But anyway, but that food combining has made it, as an athlete, as a young athlete, I was just destroying myself with eating the pasta and the hamburger and the creamy sauce and the ice cream afterwards, because as a young person, well, you could do anything. But again, and it's so simple, and people can find food combining everywhere, anywhere. But to actually, this is where I really was exposed and went, that makes so much sense.
I remember years ago when I too was a personal trainer, I was training someone who was on the Olympic rowing team, and they shared that their favorite meal that they would always have after training was the pizza.
No.
Pizza with pepperoni, because
it's a
how
perfect
she
food.
Divided, said perfect food. I've got my carbs, my fat, and my protein.
Absolutely. I used to do that too. It is the perfect food. You got your vegetables, you get your carbs, yeah.
So many things wrong with that picture.
So much wrong
which maybe
with
we'll
that.
cover on another call. So I saw the question there that popped up on Zoom, and someone wanted to know if after they've taken the New World Practitioner certification, if they can start to practice. Absolutely you can. The course is designed, if you're taking it 3 times, that's for you to go to that next level, to become a master practitioner. But once you've finished, you are going to have more knowledge than probably the majority of courses and trainings that are out there.
Absolutely.
You will be able to begin right away. So yes, you can do that. The course is not available online. I see someone asking that. There are different master classes that are online that will give you the emotional information, the knowledge of things that you could do to work on yourself, to get past some of the blockages that you have. But the Wolf Non-Surgical, that is physical. That's something that you need to come and be in person for.
It's a hands-on.
It really is. When you're taking that course, half the time is spent on you being worked on, and the other half is spent you working on others. So it's a completely physical course and something that has to be done hands-on. But if you can't get to one of the locations, as we said, we'll come to you. Which reminds me, if you are in the St. Lazare area, which is about 45 minutes from the Ottawa border between Ottawa and Quebec, and you want to come out to that, there is one spot available. So Sherry, you're asking about the certification. If you want to do the Wolf Non-Surgical live and really see what that's all about, you can go there, or any other locations that we listed. So that seems to be all the questions we have. Any final thoughts that you have, Alicia, you'd like to share and let everyone know about?
Let everybody know. Under the circumstances that are going on in the world, there are enough courses here that people at the moment, not to mention all the ones that are coming, but I think that there's enough courses here that people are going to be able to get to these courses. And I think it's worth your time. It's worth your effort. If it interests you even a little bit, and a path like this is what you want to discover or you want to explore, I absolutely recommend that you take that one step, because the next step is gonna show up for you. And I can't recommend it enough. I really cannot.
That's awesome. I feel the same way. And if you can't get to one of the locations, we will come to you. And just stay tuned. These calls happen every Thursday, 5 p.m. Central, and we will update you. As we said, 2 more locations were added since last week, and I bet you next week there'll be even more to share, especially with the dates in 2023. So stay tuned, join in. You can see us all the time on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Telegram, Rumble, and a whole bunch of others. YouTube.
TikTok's not just dancing anymore.
It's not just dancing anymore, and Dr. Daryl Wolf just started his account on there, so go on and check it out. Thank you everyone who joined in, and I hope you're having an amazing day. And 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1, I got this.
I got this. Thank you everyone. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye-bye.
You know, it's not good enough to have the most powerful courses, treatments, and training. We want to deliver to you the adventure of a lifetime that's going to last a lifetime. And I'm going to take you on a little adventure right now and show you what we are going to deliver. What are we going to deliver? We are going to deliver the authentic you, the real you, the genius inside. How would you like to become not just the master of your mind, but the master of your body, the master of your life? You know what? The most important world is your world, and we're about to show you how to create it.
Found Dr. Wolf and all his positivity and trying to reshape our way of thinking and help me be a better person, a better mom, better wife. I'm glad I found him in person in Ixtapa, Mexico.
Never limit yourself to beautiful, because that's what you are. Take a look at this beautiful place. We all deserve beauty in our life. You need to create a new program that is unlimited when it comes to things that are beautiful, things that make you happy, things that make you shine, things that make you feel excited. Let's get excited.
This guy's got something really interesting to say and he's sharing it really openly and just really not caring what other people think, and I just thought that was really empowering.
What I've learned in my life is this: to be the change you wish to be the change you wish to see, Braveheart, you have to understand you take life one step at a time.
Dr. Wolf, as many people will have seen, is very direct and straight and will take you to the edge of the cliff, as he says, and then pull you back just in time.
Never lose your focus. Never lose your dream, because you are the dream maker. It's called image, but guess what? It's your imagination. The image that you hold creates the thought that you live with. That thought creates an emotion that creates a frequency, and we know that the invisible creates the physical. I mean, that's quite obvious. So be the power that you seek, and understand something, that all your thoughts matter. And guess what? Unless you're willing to take a look at those thoughts and retrain your brain, change your personality, you'll never change your reality, and your reality could become infinite.
He's a wealth of information, and I love it.
You were created